What up, peeps and peepettes? MorbTron back today with more Destiny 2, and today we're not doing a weapon review. We're doing an exotic armor review on the Ophidian aspects. It's a Warlock gauntlet. Definitely my favorite and most used Warlock gauntlet since they were added with Curse of Osiris. They are a redo from Destiny 1, or I should say like a remake. They're slightly different. They do a little bit more in D2 than they did in D1. In D2, they allow your weapons to ready and reload very quickly, and melee range is extended. They did not extend melee range in D1, as far as I can remember, but in D2, they do. It does not say how much they extend your melee, and it is very difficult to test that out, because we don't have private Crucible matches yet, as of this recording. They say they're going to add that first quarter 2018, but I will see it, you know, when and if it actually does happen. I'm certainly hoping it does. That makes testing and reviewing much easier. Takes all the guesswork out of it. But anyway, the amount that it increases weapon ready and reload speed is insane. And when it says weapon ready speed, it's just handling. It increases handling and reload speed by a great margin. So I'll kind of show you here on two different weapons what their reload speed is like. This is a Better Devils with a flared Magwell, so it does have the quicker reload speed to begin with. It is a masterwork for magazine, unfortunately, but I don't feel like re-rolling it and wasting my shards on that. But we'll do it again real quick so you can kind of see what it's like with the Ophidian aspects, and then we'll replace it with this one. You can see what the difference is as far as the reload speed goes. And now the ready speed is the speed it takes switching weapons and how quickly you can aim down sights. So take this speed into account. And now we'll go back to the Ophidian aspects. Much, much faster. And you can aim down sights much, much faster. And again, there's the reload speed. Then we're going to see how long it takes to reload a rocket with the Ophidian aspects. And that's the big one. And I don't have another rocket to use. That's embarrassing. We're going to get more rockets here shortly, and I'll do that again. The game only gave me 2 on respawn. So, the melee range, what we're going to do is I'm going to grab a snowball, and I'm going to snowball some enemies. And that's the enemy that we're going to try to do the melee on. It's about the only thing I can think of. Let's try to not kill... Oh, we killed one. Okay. So now we're going to see what the melee range is. Slowly walking towards me. There you kind of saw the melee range. We're going to snowball some more enemies. Please don't kill it. Thank you, sir. Switch. Ophidian aspects. And melee range. It's really hard to gauge because, again, the enemy is walking towards me. Even snowballed, they're either walking towards you or away from you. Super hard to get a legitimate test going without private matches. There you kind of saw what it was with it. Switch away from the Ophidian aspects again. Snowball some random thing. And then it's walking away from me. Kind of see the melee range difference there. It's not much. You're not really going to notice the melee range difference in the PvE environment. In Crucible, I mean, you might. But really, the big thing with this exotic is the reload speed increase. Let's see here. Is there a public event going on somewhere that I can get free heavy ammo from. Oh, that's actually right in front of me. Right in front of me. In front of my face. So we're going to grab some heavy ammo. Power ammo, sorry. And then we're going to redo that reload test. Because this is where the Ophidian aspects are going to shine. So here we have the reload speed. We'll just do this real quick. Reload speed with the Ophidian aspects. Switching now to the sun bracers, and those do not increase reload speed at all. There you have it. Reload speed greatly reduced on things with slower reloads. And where is that going to be effective? Well, everywhere. Everywhere that you shoot a gun, the Ophidian aspects are going to help you out greatly. In any of the raids, when you're having to reload, switch targets, aim down sights at something, they're amazing. You can use them in Crucible, you can use them in PvE, you can use them for any subclass you want on a Warlock, and they'll be good. You know, like I said, the melee range increase, it's a nice perk. I don't think they needed them. I don't think the gloves needed that perk on them to be considered top tier #1 for me. And really, I don't think they needed to be there at all for anybody. Because even, like, the only time you're going to be using anything else where you're going to be not counting on reloading your weapon quickly, not shooting as much, not switching targets, not aiming down sights, not any of this, not using power ammo, not spamming rockets. You know, if you have a rally barricade during a burn phase in a boss encounter, yeah, you're not going to get the bonus from the Ophidian aspects. But any other time in the raid, you will. Or if you happen to not have a rally barricade for a little while, you're going to notice it. Big increase. If you're reloading, you're not doing damage. The only other time you're really going to not notice it or not need it is in playlists in the Crucible like Mayhem, when you're just spamming abilities constantly. The Ophidian aspects can always find a way to help you out in pretty much any scenario that you're in. So, I mean, in looking at the other glove options that Warlocks have, I don't have one of them with me, because they're kind of garbo, and I left them out because they don't really have a place anywhere. That is a Winter's Guile, that doing melee damage increases, or getting melee kill increases your melee damage, stacking up to like 8 or so times. If you can chain melees on smaller adds in PvE, sure, but other than that, and paired up with like Devour, it's going to be pointless and put you in really dangerous situations when you're constantly in melee range. The other glove options that we have for the exotic slot, you have Sun Bracers, which only really help out, you know, the Dawnblade subclass. Aeon Soul, which for this glove to be effective, you need to have other people using the Aeon gauntlets within your fire team. And then you have the Karenstein armlets, which recently got nerfed, are still really powerful with Stormcaller, sorry, but not really effective in a lot of places, especially Crucible. You're not really going to be getting too many melee kills in the Crucible, especially compared to the amount of times you have to reload your damn weapon in the Crucible. And, you know, compare it to exotic helms as well. The Eye of Another World is probably going to be its closest contender for Crucible. The perks from Eye of Another World basically give you a free melee ability recharger, grenade, and class ability. But you're reloading your weapons and aiming down sights much more often than you are counting on your grenade or anything like that, especially since it's only like a 14 or 7% increase in the speed. But you have the Skull of Dire Ahamkara, which is only good for Voidwalkers can be very good for Voidwalkers if you can chain enough kills with your Nova Bomb. If enemies are grouped up long enough or tight enough. But I find myself with the Skull of Dire Ahamkara holding onto my super for so long that most of the time I could get all that super energy just from killing things, having it, versus waiting for the tight grouping of adds to get the effect from that. The Stag grants Rift energy when you are critically wounded. Non-death creates a brief healing rift on your corpse. Yeah, I mean, maybe not so great. The Vesper of Radius is really good in like one very certain scenario in the Eater of Worlds raid. Transversive Steps are good if you need to run the Gauntlet in the regular raid, or in Mayhem. I actually use these things a lot just to get the hell away from people. But yeah, as far as all of the other Warlock exotics go, the Ophidian aspects are way above and beyond what they can provide for you as far as the benefit goes. Definitely, if you pick them up, get them to maximum, use the crap out of them. They're amazing. You know, it might not seem like it because, you know, they just increase your reload speed, or decrease your reload speed, and decrease the amount of time it takes to aim down sights and switch weapons. But how often are you doing that? All the time. It's a first-person shooter. You're always shooting your weapon. You're always reloading. You're going to be aiming down sights. Why not have an exotic piece of armor that makes 90% of the game quicker for you to do? Gives you a little bit of an edge over that Striker Titan that might be trying to spam you with double pulse grenades like a scrub. But that is going to be it for this episode, guys. And I didn't do any Crucible, but this isn't a weapon review, and didn't really need to be done in the Crucible. Plus, it would have been a lot harder to get some of my points across. It would have been a much longer episode and completely unnecessarily long. But yeah, just kind of did a lot of talking, a lot of explaining, that sort of thing. But that's what exotic armor reviews have to be, because unless they do something specific in a very specific area, there's no point in extending the episode just by adding in some Crucible footage or what have you. But anyway, that is going to be it for this episode, guys. So if you found it informative, if you liked it, please hit that like button. If you are new to the channel, please subscribe. If you have anything to say, that's what the comment section is for. Do not forget to have a good day, everybody, and I will catch you all next time.